A very good morning to one and all. Myself, Dr. S. Deepa, Professor and HOD, Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology, and Deputy MS, will be the master of ceremony today. I request our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. A. S. Ganeshan, Chief Guest, Dr. Avinash Supe, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor P.K. Sudhir, Mr. Suresh Samvel, Member, Board of Management, Professor P.F. Kotur, Dean Arpadavidu Medical College, Professor Vishnu Bhatt, Director Medical Research, Professor V.N. Mahalakshmi, Dean Health Professions Education, Dr. B.R. Ashokan, Coordinator Medical Education Unit Arpadavidu Medical College, to adorn the dais. On behalf of the organizing team of iCON 22, I welcome our Honorable Chancellor VMRF, Dr. A. S. Ganeshan, Honorable Vice Chancellor VMRF, Dr. P.K. Sudhir, our Chief Guest, Dr. Avinash Supe, Mr. Suresh Samvel, Member, Board of Management VMRF, Heads of Institute, University officials, administrators, resource persons, national and international delegates for the International Conference on Transforming Health Professions Educators for the 21st Century Learning, iCON 22. The Medical Education Unit of Arpadavidu Medical College is a vibrant unit in the organization. In the year 2021, iCON was born as an online national conference by the Medical Education Unit. The response was overwhelming and the event was a grand success. Today, I take immense pleasure to share that the iCON 22 is a physical international conference with more than 200 delegates enthusiastically participating from across the globe. Aikyam is a Sanskrit word, means unity and harmony. Upanishad addresses two fundamental ideas, Aikyam with the divine and Aikyam with oneself. Now I would like to invite Aikyam, our AVMC students choir, for the invocation song. I request the delegates and to rise for the invocation.
When different notes come together, it produces a harmony. Aikyam in Sanskrit means harmony in unity. Today, we, the members of Aikyam, stand before you to make your day optimistic and blissful through Sanskrit shlokas taken from the book of the Upanishads. It talks about the power of education, how education eliminates ignorance and incorporates perseverance and confidence.
Nachorharam Nacharajaharam Navatrabhajam Nachabharakari Yae Krite Varthat Eva Nityam Vidyadharam Sarvadana Pradhanam.
Education cannot be snatched away by a robber. Education cannot be snatched away by a king. Nor can it be divided amongst brothers. It isn't heavy to carry. If spent daily, it keeps growing. The wealth of knowledge is the most precious wealth amongst everything.
Ishana Vidya Natapodadhanam Jnanam Nashilam Naguno Nadharmam Devartiloke Bhuvi Bharabhuta Manu मनुष्यरूपेण मृगराशरन्ति.
Those who do not have learning have no austerity, do not give to charity, have neither knowledge nor character, have no good qualities, no righteousness. They are being a burden on this earth like animals that simply graze.
न चोरहारम् न च राजहार्यम् न भातृभाज्यम् न च भारकारी. व्यये कृते वर्धत एव नित्यम्. विद्याधनं सर्वधन प्रधानम्. ईशानविद्या न तपो न दानम्. ज्ञानं न शीलम् न गुणो न धर्मम्. देवर्त्यलोके भुवि भारभूता मनुष्यरूपेण मृगराशरन्ति.
Thank you, dear students, for your divine voice. Now I'd like to invite our beloved Dean, Professor P.F. Kotur, to deliver the welcome address.
Very good morning to one and all over here. Honorable Chancellor of our esteemed university, Dr. A.S. Ganeshan. Today's chief guest, B.C. Roy awardee and the doyen of medical education in the country, Professor Avinash. Mr. Suresh Samuel, who is the backbone of Arapadividu Medical College, member of the Board of Management. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Sudhir of EMRF, and my colleagues on the dais, Professor Vishnu Bhatt, Dr. Ashokan, Professor Mahalakshmi, the heads of the institutions of the constituent units of VMRF, university officials. I must acknowledge the presence of the pioneer of education, Professor Sethuraman. Of course, he is our own man who has laid down the seeds of medical education decades back here. I acknowledge his presence here, august presence here. And the other officials, my colleagues, Professor Jai Singh, Rajan, then the Dean of Faculty, Professor Ambujam, and I think I talked for more than an hour just a couple of minutes back. The time is only for 3 minutes. Anyway, I acknowledge the presence of each and every dignitary in the audience. I feel privileged to stand before you now to welcome you all for this iCON, International Conference on Medical Education, with the theme of preparing the health professional for the 21st century. We all are aware that we are amidst the reformations, transformations, and the background of globalization, and AVMC is not lagging behind in all these endeavors. I must, with a lot of respects, pay our tributes to the Founder Chancellor, late Dr. S. Shanmugha Sundaram, and Madam Chancellor, Founder Chancellor, but for whom the institution, the university, and we would not have existed. It's our prime duty to pay our respects to them, which has made possible this conference has been. And I said AVMC has been a partner, but it has been an aggressive partner, I will use the word again, for this reform that is happening. And as a result of that, the theme of the conference has been chosen by our vibrant medical education team, Mahalakshmi, led by her, and gathering all the eminent scholars, teachers, academicians, researchers, educationists on one platform over here, sharing on this very important topic, their views. Certainly it will help. And I must make thanks to our proactive management, our Honorable Chancellor. This is the consecutive second year he is conferring this Medical International Education Conference, third in the row of international conferences for the year 2022. We had already 2 international conferences, one on antimicrobial resistance under the leadership of Lata. The another one was basic medical science under the leadership of Lakshmi Jatiya, Rajan, and other basic science HODs, which were both a grand success. And it shows, it reflects directly the attitude or the mind of the administration or the management to patronize all such activities. Now, the couple of 1 or 2 thoughts. This conference has got the keynote addresses from these eminent personalities. We had 6 hands-on training workshops on various themes in medical education yesterday. I must thank all the people who have come all the way from AIMS, then Jabalpur. I was astonished, Shillong, I was happy to see from 2 people from Tejpur. I was very happy that this has served. See, for an organizer, if it observes the function with which it is conducted, and if it achieves its goal, then there's a great sigh of satisfaction. So I welcome all the resource persons, all the participants from across the state, from Gujarat, Bangalore, Mangalore, from various institutions for being a part of this. And it is always a two-way traffic. Platform is there to share your views, we learn. So with these few thoughts, once again I thank, and I am sure the conference is going to provide a very wonderful platform, useful platform for exchange of various ideas. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for that bright start. Now I invite the core team members of Medical Education Unit AVMC to welcome the dignitaries with flowers. Professor Pushpa Kotu to felicitate our chief guest, Dr. Avinash Supe. Dr. Manju to welcome our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. A.S. Ganeshan. Dr. Shashmita Mishra to welcome our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. P.K. Sudhir. Dr. Ilan Khatib to felicitate Mr. Suresh Sambel. Dr. Lata to welcome our Dean, Professor P.F. Kotu. Dr. Tumja to welcome our Director of Medical Research, Dr. Vishnu Bhatt. Dr. Jawhar to welcome our Dean Health Professions Education, Dr. V.N. Mahalakshmi. Dr. Gopinath to welcome Dr. Ashokan, MEU Coordinator, AVMC. Thank you, sirs and ma'ams. Lighting of diyas symbolizes dissemination of knowledge. How a single diya can lit infinite number of lamps and brighten the entire place. Conferences enlighten the minds, knowledge disseminates among the delegates across the nation and globe. Today happens to be the Kartikeya Deepam, the auspicious day of celebration. We see houses and streets lit up with the lamps, adding a shimmering magnificence. Now I'd like to invite our dignitaries to come down and light the candles to enlighten our conference. As a symbol of growth of our medical education unit, and as a symbol of growth of our medical education unit AVMC, I request the dignitaries to water the Tulsi plant. Thank you, sirs and madam. Unit of AVMC with its dynamic team is the fulcrum or the core resource unit of AVMC, governing e-learning, curriculum implementation, simulation, student support and educational research. Since its inception, this unit has been functioning tirelessly with a mission to constantly improve the quality of medical teaching. Now I call upon our medical education unit coordinator, Professor B.R. Ashokan, to brief the MU activities.
Respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, very good morning to all. I, Dr. B.R. Ashokan, Medical Education Unit Coordinator, very proud and happy to present the overview of MU activities of Arubadai Union Medical College. NMC regulations of graduate medical education have made it mandatory for all the medical colleges in the country to establish medical education units in order to enable faculty members to update themselves in modern teaching methodology and educational technology for carrying out for undergraduate as well as postgraduate teaching effectively. Keeping these directives of NMC in mind, a MU was established in Arubadai Union Medical College in the year 2004. The MU of AVMC is vibrant with academic and educational activities around the year with highly experienced and qualified faculties. Our MU is under the diligent leadership of our Professor P.F. Kotur, Dean, as the chairperson, who is also a PhD scholar in medical education, Professor, our group, B. Vishnupat, Director of Medical Research, as a mentor, and Professor V.N. Mahalashmi Madam, Professor Pediatric Surgery as a co-chairperson. AVMC is blessed with our Professor K.R. Sethuraman's constant guidance and support as visiting faculty. Ever enthusiastic 20 core members of AVMC are active and work as a team for all the activities. The ME of AVMC is guided by the Dynamic NMC Regional Center JIPMER, Puducherry, and Nodal Center Jawaharlal Nehru Medical College, Belgaum. About 90% of the faculty members of the AVMC are trained in RBCW, Revised Basic Course Workshop, and other medical education techniques. Medical Education Unit core members are all invited as resource persons for conferences, faculty development programs, and workshops, both at national as well as international levels. Our faculty have also served as course faculty for many online courses conducted by Medical Education Unit, MU India, Sanjay Bedi sir has come, and Kerala University of Health Sciences. Dr. Mahalashmi is also a MU member for BLDE, Bijapur Liberal District Education University, and the National Representative for Asia Pacific Consortium for Development of Standardized Patients, and is a National Executive Committee member for the development of palliative care curriculum. To excel in medical education, our institution and management supports MU team members by sponsoring them to undergo advanced course medical education courses at Nodal Center of NMC, certificate courses in simulation and communication skills conducted by the other renowned national as well as international centers. The faculty members are encouraged and sponsored to conduct research, publish, and attend national and international conferences in medical education. The dedicated team of Medical Education Unit is committed to improve the quality of medical education by capacity building through various faculty development programs organized throughout the year, including those mandated by the National Medical Commission, such as Revised Basic Course Workshop, RBCW, and Curriculum Implementation Support Program, CISP. AVMC has its own annual calendar of events to host or conduct the routine programs such as Intern Orientation Program and Training Program, Postgraduate Orientation Program for newly joined postgraduate students, and Foundation Course for newly joined undergraduate medical students. AVMC actively conducts workshops and training programs such as Introduction to Medical Education Technology, Micro-Teaching and Training, and Teaching Clinical Practical Skills, and Guru Dakshada, the Faculty Induction Program for the newly recruited. AVMC not only organizes FDP for medical faculties, also provides support and guidance to faculty development programs organized by the School of Allied Health Sciences, School of Physiotherapy, School of Rehabilitation and Behavioral Sciences, and the College of Nursing located inside the campus. The ME worked in close association with the Clinical Skill Lab in carrying out the hands-on training, clinical skill training, and OSCE-OSPE activities for the staff and students. ME also takes pride in supporting value-added programs organized by the various departments. We conducted the iCON 21, as deans are told, on virtual mode very successfully last year. In 2021, during the COVID period, that too, with the overwhelming responses, which is scaled to conduct the iCON 22 physically and virtually this year successfully in 2022. Thank you one and all for the opportunity given. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ashokan. That was an impressive journey. As a musical sound instrument, gong originated from Southeast Asia, creates a feeling of connection between people, earth, and rhythms of nature around us. The sound of striking a gong is considered as a symbol of a bright start and brings fortunes. I would like to invite our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. A.S. Ganeshan, to strike the gong and declare the event open.
I hereby declare the International Conference on Innovations in Health Professions Education, iCON 2022 open.
Thank you, sir. Now we see the sound of gong reverberating the hall with positive vibrations. It's a great pleasure to invite our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. A.S. Ganeshan, to address the audience.
A very good morning to all of you. It's my privilege to declare open the iCON 2022, the second international conference on innovations in health professional education, organized by the MEU of AVMC. We at VMRF have been working towards creation and diffusion of new knowledge to serve the societal needs. Keeping up the spirit of nurturing and capacity building of our faculty, I am glad that Team AVMC is organizing this academic event for health professions educators for the second consecutive year. This conference aims to explore transformation of health profession educators towards the demand of the 21st century, learning through superseding framework. Depicted very well in the cute infographic used for branding, I believe that the theme, transforming health professional educators for 21st century, is the need of the hour. This conference over 3 days features over 20 eminent speakers and educators across the country and abroad. My special greetings to all the learned resource persons, including Professor Avinash Supe, the chief guest for this function today, Professor K.R. Sethuraman, from Malaysia, Professor Dhanakar Pai, Dr. Ashokan, Dr. Narendran, Dr. Lulu Sharif, Dr. Gitanjali, the simulation expert, Dr. Simikar, the senior clinical lead from BMJ Group and all others. I gather that the 6 hands on pre-conference workshops held yesterday was extremely informative and was well attended. The featured keynote addresses, plenary sessions, panel discussions, and oral presentations on innovation in teaching, learning, assessment in health professional education, and the trade expo over the next 2 days will be of immense use to the participants. This event is being attended by over 200 delegates from across the country and is being transmitted live for the international audience. Under the able guidance of Dr. P.F. Kotur, our Dean, Dr. Vishnu Bhatt, Director of Medical Research, AVMC, the members of the Medical Education Unit of AVMC led by Dr. Mahalakshmi, they all have put together this notable event. Appreciation goes to Team iCON, the MEU of AVMC, for the tireless and demanding work. I am sure that this conference will provide a viable platform for all interested in health professional education and chart a way forward so that our systems meet the demands of the 21st century learning. I sincerely hope that the visibility and peer engagement from this notable event will result in a step forward towards empowerment of our students with necessary skills and competence required in the postmodern world. I wish the programs all success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your motivational words. May I request Mr. Suresh Samvel, Member Board of Management, VMRF, to release the souvenir cum conference proceedings. I am proud to show you all the souvenir conference proceedings of iCON 2022. Thank you, sir. I feel privileged to invite our Honorable Vice Chancellor, VMRF, Dr. P.K. Sudhir, to address the gathering.
Chancellor, Vinayaga Mission Research Foundation Deemed University, Dr. A.S. Ganeshan, respected Chief Guest of this today's function, Professor Avinash Supe, our Board of Management member, Mr. Suresh Samuel, our Dean, Professor Kotur, Director Medical Research, Professor Vishnu Bhatt, Dr. Mahalakshmi, MBU Coordinator, Professor Ashokan, Professor Sethuraman, distinguished resource persons from India and abroad, Head of the institutions of Vinayaga Mission Research Foundation, university officers, head of the departments, faculty members, most respected delegates across the country, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all. It's a fact that the mastery of 21st century learning skills like creativity, critical thinking, problem solving, collaborations, communication, etc. should gear up in all spheres of education. With no exception, in health profession education also, the learning never ends, and no matter how long you have in practice. Everybody need to update so that they can provide refined skills to improve the overall patient care. It is the primary duty of every institution to see that the core competencies like medical knowledge, interpersonal communication skills, leadership skills, professional skills, etc. are attained as a part of system. And it is also a very, very challenging situation how to integrate all these components into health profession education. Apart from knowledge, skill and attitudes, competency-based medical education expect values and responsiveness and also effective communications from medical graduates. They should become good clinician, effective communicator, good team leader, and a lifelong learner. Vinayaga Mission Research Foundation Deemed University strongly believe that the faculty members are the backbone of the institution, and the faculty empowerment is a serious concern in our university for quality academic and patient care delivery, and also for quality research outcomes extension activities. I'm sure the topic of discussion in this conference will be an eye-opener to all the delegates and also will facilitate the delegates the future needed training skills. It is the duty of the health profession educators to see their core competencies and the core skills are achieved at the end of the training. I'm happy to note that distinguished resource persons from India and abroad are invited to deliver their talk in the chosen topics. At the outset, let me congratulate the Dean and the entire Medical Education Unit for organizing this second edition of iCON 2022. I wish all a very meaningful deliberation in these 2 days, and I am expecting a very reasonable take-home message from this conference to all the delegates, and I wish all the delegates from across the country a pleasant stay here at Puducherry. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your thought-provoking words. Jeeva Raksha Trust is a special purpose vehicle created by Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences to roll out certified skill courses in emergency care and life support, equipping doctors and other healthcare professionals. It is indeed a proud moment for us, Arupadavidu Medical College, Constant College of Vinayaka Mission Research Foundation, Deemed to be University, to have Memorandum of Understanding with Jeeva Raksha Trust in emergency care training and research. The main purpose of this MOU is to empower and train our interns and postgraduates in prompt recognition of emergency conditions, and the training is contextualized to the Indian health scenario. We, the AVMC, is the first to establish this training program in Tamil Nadu and Puducherry. Now I would like to invite our Honorable Vice Chancellor, VMRF, Dr. P.K. Sudhir, and Dr. Ram Krishnan Nair, CEO of Jeeva Raksha Trust, to exchange the MOUs. Thank you, sirs. That was indeed a proud moment for us. Now I would like to invite Dr. B. Vishnubat, Director Medical Research, Arupadavidu Medical College, to introduce the chief guest of the program, Dr. Avinash Supe. Dr. B.C. Roy, a National Awardee and Founder Director, GSMC, Famer Regional Institute, Mumbai.
Honorable Chancellor Dr. Ganesan, our chief guest of the day, Dr. Avinash Supe, Vice Chancellor Dr. Sudhir, Member Board of Management Mr. Suresh Samuel, Dr. Kotu, our Dean, Dr. Mahalakshmi, Dean HPE, Dr. Ashokan, Coordinator for Medical Education, Dr. Sethuraman, all invited guests, resource persons, faculty members, heads of the institution, all delegates. At the outset, let me thank God Almighty for making this event happen with all your presence. It is a pleasure to introduce Professor Avinash Supe, who is known to us for many years in the field of medical education and also in the field of surgical gastroenterology. When I called him last month for inviting, he did not pick up the phone initially, so I thought he is out of the country. But after 1 hour, he called me back telling that he was in the operation theater keeping the mobile outside, so he could not take the call. But immediately he has agreed to participate in our program. That shows his interest in medical education. He has been a professor of surgical gastroenterology at CGS Medical College, Mumbai, and later he became the dean and director. He is presently working as Professor Emeritus of Surgical Gastroenterology and Medical Education at Seth GS Medical College, Mumbai. He has been the past president of Indian Association of Surgical Gastroenterology, president of Indian chapter of IHPBA, past president of Academy of Health Professional Education of India. He has been the founder director of FAMER Regional Institute at Mumbai. As you know, he's been the chairperson of the expert group of Medical Council, the past Medical Council of India, and it's the present avatar of the National Medical Council. He has been in the editorial board of several journals: Medical Education, Indian Journal of Medical Education, the Surgical Gastroenterology Journal of India, Journal of Postgraduate Medical Education, Clinical Teacher, Korean Journal of Medical Education, etc., to name a few. He has more than 52 awards, and if I list them, he may not have time to speak. He has been a BC Rai Award, has already been introduced, and he has been awarded Best Teacher Award from AVMC, Maharashtra Health University National Board of Examination, and he is in the expert group of National Board of Examination. He has edited 7 books, 12 booklets, 305 publications, and delivered more than 400 conference presentations. He has delivered several orations, nearly 100. He has donated blood for more than 126 times, and the Government of India has honored him Centurion Donor Award. He is interested in photography, trekking, hiking. He has been known to hike over the Himalayas, Antarctica, etc. And he is such a simple person, and I am very happy that you are here with us, sir, and you will be delivering the chief guest talks. Thank you.
Respected Honorary Chancellor, sir, Honorary Vice Chancellor, sir, all the deans and dignitaries, thank you, Dr. Bhatt, for that very generous introduction. Actually, I am really honored and humbled here to be here, and I would like to first express my gratitude to this city of Puducherry, which is really a peaceful and wonderful city who really started my career in medical education with NTTC course. I would like to also express my gratitude to Professor Sethu Raman and his whole team that time, Dr. D.K. Anand Krishnan, who have inculcated that seed of medical education. I think I'm really indebted to you all, you sir. At the outset, I must tell you, I'm really happy and impressed with this conference. And there's a purpose for this. Normally, there are conferences we attend, we have a lot of workshops and talks which are routine. This is something little different. There's a lot of input, hard work, a lot of quality. They have tried to work on every aspect from logo to the program. And why I'm saying this? Because I remember as an expert group member, we created a lot of guidelines, and we also created a guideline like, say, every medical college should have a simulation lab. And people started bringing simulation labs of different kinds. Government hospitals brought simple labs. There are many people who got state-of-the-art. There were mannequins and companies throwing all that in every college. But what next? Nobody knew what to do about them. How to really train our students? Where are the modules? How do you integrate that skill program into your own curriculum? Now, these were the questions in the mind of people. Now, this conference, if you look at the whole program, is something which is trying to answer the current questions with innovations. And that is something we should all remember that. Take the questions which are mined in the faculty and try to solve them. And this is what this conference is doing. This is not a run-of-the-mill conference, which is just trying to answer a routine teaching, learning, or assessment problems. This is one step ahead where we are trying to solve the problems of faculty. And why so? Let me tell you, today, faculty is really in most stressful situation. Why so? Because they have to fight with the innovations, they have to fight with the digital knowledge explosion which has happened, they have to fight with the knowledge the way it is expanding in every 73 days, is doubling in 73 days, and you have to cope up, you have to learn the newer technologies, and it is not so easy at the age of 50 or 60 to learn like what a teenager would learn a mobile technology. You have to struggle with laptops, you have to struggle with mobiles, Zooms. At the same time, you have to also struggle with the technology. So I always find the faculty is much more going through the paradigm change and stress in this world. Now to help this faculty, we need innovations, we need creativity, we need critical thinking. We need all this at this stage, and I think the conferences should provide you that. Any conference we go, we should always think, when you go back, this conference has made me think forward? Has these topics still remain in my mind? And are they going to make me more think? If that happens, then probably that conference has done its purpose. And I feel this is a conference which will definitely, when I'm going back, will raise many questions, many thoughts, many forward-thinking solutions, which I will make, and I think that is the success of any conference. So I would like to really congratulate the whole team for this wonderful effort, what they have really done. I think today, if you really know, the education is changing, and you know, all of us are going through such wonderful time. And I know when I joined medicine, there was no ultrasound, there was no CT, there was no MRI, there was no PET scan, there was no laparoscopy, there was no endoscopy. It was all clinical. Today I have all armamentarium. Still at times I feel lost. And I still feel we need to do more. Every day there is a new technology that comes and I feel I am not aware of this. All of us need to cope up with that. But I always want to end telling you that, yes, learn all this technology, but don't forget the basic clinical skills and the human approach. So my ultimate mantra to all of you is that embrace new technology, staying humane. Don't forget the human aspect of the medicine. And if you are able to do that, I think we will be able to innovate and try to learn this technology with keeping ourselves human. So thank you so much for inviting me on stage.
Your life has been a motivation for us all. Our chief guest, Dr. Avinash Supe, has played a key role in the field of medical education in India. His distinct vision of bringing a change in the whole structure of medical education towards skills, attitude and behavior learning has come true today. In recognition of his immense contribution to the medical education, Team iCON is proud to present the Key Person Medical Education Award to our chief guest, Dr. Avinash Supe. I would like to invite our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. A.S. Ganeshan, to present this award to our chief guest. Thank you, sir. To commemorate this grand occasion, I request our beloved Dean, Arpadevidu Medical College, Professor P.F. Kotur, to present a memento to our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. A.S. Ganeshan. request our Director Medical Research, Dr. Vishnu Bhatt, to present a memento to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. P.K. Sudhir. I request Dr. V.N. Mahalakshmi, Dean Health Professions Education, to present a memento to Mr. Suresh Sambil, Member Board of Management, VMRF. Thank you, sirs and madam. Now I invite our dynamic Dean Health Professions Education, Dr. V.N. Mahalakshmi, to give the vote of thanks.
Good morning, friends. And at the outset, I'd like to present this vote of thanks on behalf of Team iCON and MU AVMC. Saint Tyagaraja says, Endaro Mahanubhavulu Andariki na Vandanam. That means my salutations to people who made this happen. And this event has happened because of efforts from a lot of people which have come together at the right time. First and foremost, we'd like to thank God Almighty for giving us this day, this time, and this opportunity to talk to you, to interact with you, and to learn from each other. I'd like to thank our chief guest, Dr. Avinash Suppe sir, for accepting our invite and willing to share his knowledge with us. Thank you very much, sir. And our thanks are due to our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. A.S. Ganesan. He is the man who is the inspiration behind all our perspirations and aspirations. He always says one thing only, do it, doctor, do it very well. Thank you, sir. We thank our Madam Chancellor, Dr. Anuradha Ganeshan, who's got an incredible sense of attention to detail and beauty. And it's her vision which has guided us in many of our projects. I thank Madam in her absence. My thanks are due to our Honorable Vice Chancellor VMRF, Professor P.K. Sudhir, for his inherent sense of equity and justice. And he always supports every endeavor which talks about academic improvement and quality enhancement in the university system. And he made this conference happen with the university grant for 2 lakhs. Thank you very much, sir. Our thanks are due to Mr. Suresh Sambil, Member, Board of Management of VMRF, who's been a personal mentor to me, as well as he's a very vocal sponsor for many of our causes, if we can justify it to him. Thank you, sir. We thank the registrar and other university officials and the team from corporate office, Dr. Aditya and others, for helping us with all the logistics and efforts towards this conference. Thank you. We'd like to thank our Dean, Professor P.F. Kotur, sir. He always sets the bar for us and we always try to reach up for us. So it is his push which has helped us to maintain this quality standards. Thank you, sir. And I'd like to thank the youngest member of our MEU team, Professor Vishnu Bhatt, sir. For his very nurturing attitude. And sometimes, because we are a little over-enthusiastic, we get ourselves into a tangle. And he is the man who helps us to unentangle ourselves from the mess we sometimes are in. Thank you, sir. We thank all the resource faculties who have come from abroad as well as from India. They have taken a lot of effort to be part of this conference because sometimes we are very demanding. We say that we want it to be done this way. So they have put up with all our demands and they have delivered. Thank you very much, and it is very nice to interact with you and learn from you all. And most important, we would like to thank all the delegates who are present here in the physical mode as well as the delegates who have joined virtually They are the ones who made this conference happen. And we thank all the speakers in the free paper as well as the award paper session for their generosity in sharing their educational innovations with the audience. Thank you. I'd like to thank the leadership team of AVMC, our MS, Dr. Jai Singh, who is there, Dr. Jaykumar, Dr. Deepa, DMS, Dr. Rajan, and Dr. Arunachalam, Vice Principal, for their critical appraisal of all our project management and helping us to put in the track. Thank you. We thank all the heads of the departments, faculty, PG students from AVMC for all the support. I see the heads of institutions from AVMC campus institutions and also Dr. Ambujam from the sister institution. We thank the heads of departments, administrative heads led by our Deputy Registrar, GM Finance, HR Manager and others for their presence. Very much appreciated. I'd like to thank the TNMC observer for this event, Dr. Prasad, Associate Professor, Community Medicine, for his willingness to sit through 3 days. Thank you. We thank the press and media for their coverage of this event. And I sincerely acknowledge the support provided by our knowledge partners, Lateral, Mr. Bal Ganesh and his team, the Medisim people, Dr. Adil, who is here, the CAMO team by Mr. Venkat and others, the RA online team, Dr. Anjit, Team Academ from Dr. Jagan Mogan, the BMJ, Elsevier, the Team Medimation, and also our own Ganeshan Incubation Center. And last but not the least, MEO India led by Dr. Sanjay Bedi. Thank you all for partnering with us in this endeavor. I'd like to thank Mr. Gopinath and his team from Accord Hotel for all the beautiful arrangements you see today. I'd like to thank Mr. Karthik and his team for the audio-visual and the tech support provided. I'd like to thank the support team from AVMC, the informatics cell, the accounts department, the clerical section, the transport manager, our AV section, Mr. Sundar, the housekeeping and others for all the help they have rendered to make this event happen. And most important, our Vanarasena, our team of young volunteers and students, they are the ones who ran around a lot for this thing. And we'd like to thank the ICON choir band of AVMC also for putting up a very nice show. Last but not least, I would like to thank our team members, Team ICON from MEU, Dr. Ashokan and others, and the Simulation Center, Dr. Elil Rajan and others, and all other members of AVMC faculty who are part of the ICON organizing team. A big thank you. Dorakuna Itu Vanti Seva. How to thank you for your efforts. I know it's very difficult because perfection is very elusive, right? The search of perfection is the beauty of it. And you have held your heads high and walked the talk. And we have jointly created this brand ICON. I hope that it lives on for the next years to come. And we would fail in our duties if we fail to thank our personal support systems, our parents, spouses, children, and friends. The time and efforts we have dedicated to this event is everything taken from their time. So thank you very much to put up with our work demands. And last but not least, if anyone else has helped and I had missed them, it's not an intentional, so please consider yourself thanked for your efforts. Thank you very much.
Your kind words. I request everyone to rise for the national anthem.
शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाना जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय जय जय
Thank you, everyone. Now I request the administrators and the organizing team of iCON 22 to come to the stage for an official photograph with the dignitaries.